Hi, this is Don Biggs from the 92-93 Binghamton Rangers.
Hi, this is Brandon Buchinski.
This is Grady Wittenberg, the voice of the Binghamton Senators, and you're listening to the Power Play Post Show.
Here is another Power Play Post Show interview exclusive with Bob Howard.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Power Play Post Show. Very excited to have this gentleman on. He usually comes on at least once a season. This is a little bit later on in the season, but it's okay. It's perfect. We can get to talk to him, obviously, about the upcoming playoff series, the second-round matchup between the Binghamton Black Bears and the Port Huron Prowlers. He is defenseman and one of the alternate captains for the Binghamton Black Bears. He is Jesse Anderson. Jesse, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. It's always good to talk to you.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me.
Jesse, good season, obviously, for the Black Bears. You guys basically repeated. Statistically, it's a tie based on what you guys did last year, 143 points. Talk a little bit about the season, how you felt the season went for the Black Bears.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, we had a really good season, I don't think anybody was really thinking about last year's record or anything like that. It was just more of just living up to what we think in the locker room we can do, and I think we did that. And was able to secure first place in the regular season, and now we just kind of carry over that into playoffs. So,
what was the mentality throughout this season? Was it still thinking, because I know last year as you guys were going through the season, it was about the whole back-to-back thing. You guys wanted to repeat and whatnot. Was the same type of feeling this year going through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that. Like everyone's talking about us, trying to go for the three-peat. I think myself personally, it's more of just, playing the best that as a team as we can and just making sure we're doing the right things. And I think if we do that, good things will happen and, eventually make our way to where we want to be.
No, without a doubt. Now, Jesse, the last 3 years, you've played 50-plus games as a pro. As you're technically your fourth season, but your third full season as you came out of Morrisville and played about 28 games, I think it was, up in the FPHL. How's your body feeling? Because you're one of the few guys that has, over the last 3 years, made 50 games or more for the Binghamton Black Bears.
Yeah, I mean, as you get older, the body definitely feels the bruises a little bit more. But I'd say, still feel young. So trying to do everything I can to keep playing and enjoying when I do it. So, lots of stretching, lots of time using our facility to, make sure my body feels good. So.
Does the recovery take a little bit longer after a couple games on the weekend? I mean, I know you guys usually get Sunday and Monday off. And does that recovery time really help a lot?
Yeah, I'd say it's nice to have. I know for me, it's like, the body, it definitely helps the body, but I think also the mind, just kind of having that extra day just to kind of, sit back, relax, just take my mind out of hockey for a day, kind of get back into it on the Monday or the Tuesday and just refocusing up. But it's nice to have that extra day off and just being able to just let the whole body reset, essentially.
This year, you've been paired a lot with Scott Ramaekers. Why is it that the two of you just kind of gel so well together? Is it because you guys both have the forward mindset, now playing defense, both of you guys? What is it, in your opinion, that makes the two of you play so well together?
I think it's just like, he says it and I say it all the time. Once we get on the bench, it's like, we got to have, I don't want to say the word, but, dumb talk, just as much as we can all the time, just so that we know exactly what's going on. I mean, as the season's gone on longer, we know we've played a lot more together. It's kind of easy. We don't talk as much when we don't need to, but yeah, when we're talking, we're usually pretty dominant out there and we just know exactly where each other are and what we want to do. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty much been our thing, is just as much talk as possible and helping each other out that way.
Now, have you guys, come up with I know some guys on the ice, it happens on forward lines all the time, and it also happens with D pairs. Do you sometimes just know where the other one is instinctively at this point?
Yeah, I'd say for the most part, yeah. I mean, there's still times where, we're going to make mistakes or we're not going to know exactly where the other guy's at. But I'd say, good 90% to 95% of the time we're pretty clued in on where the other one's at.
Now, Jesse, your thoughts on this. I believe that you guys have the best defensive core in the FPHL, maybe even in single A hockey. D-Raz's scoring ability, the shutdown defense of Dan Stone. People probably don't talk enough about what Dan Weber does on the ice, from moving the puck and also being able to recover well in his defensive zone. You and Scotty can move the puck really, really well, but also very conscious. Your thoughts on your D-core, because I didn't even mention CC and now you guys got Matt York in the wings. And of course, Cheech has some abilities that we really haven't tapped into enough yet. Your thoughts on the D-core?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have one of the best D-cores for sure in single A hockey. I mean, a lot of our guys have a lot of experience, top to bottom. I know Diaz is a rookie this year, but he's shown that he can definitely handle the league. And I mean, you look at Stoner, he's been here. Myself, I mean, Scotty made the transition, but I mean, he's played professional hockey. Then CC was up in the SP for a bit last year, and then Weebs has been here for a couple of years. So I mean, it's a pretty solid D-core when you look at it, from top to bottom. Like, no matter what happens, like, I think any of us can play any position at any time when needed. So,
no, 100%. Going into the first round of the playoffs, you guys obviously faced the Topeka Scarecrows. Didn't see them at all this year. Now, of course, if Blue Ridge wouldn't have, if they would have won, there was always the possibility that you guys could have seen a new team this year that you hadn't seen before, at least in the regular season. But thoughts going into Topeka and what you guys knew about them before going into that game?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're able to watch a little video. You get to see some of their tactics, some of the things they do on a regular basis through power play, penalty kill, stuff like that. And then, seeing guys that moved from other teams to go there, like, Clink, Lord, essentially a lot of the Watertown Wolves team is now in Topeka. So it's kind of remembering a little bit about what their gameplay was like, what their game style is, and kind of using that. A former teammate, Clarkey, knowing what he's like, kind of things like that, just understanding what they will possibly look like. I mean, not playing them is not the easiest to go into, but, you can always get a little bit of scouting from video and stuff. So
get the fans a little bit of insight. I don't know if you were on the ice at the same time or near Clarkey at any given point. Is there a conversation that's had, or is there a look, a nod, or anything like that where it's like, okay, yeah, you were a friend, now you're kind of unfortunately an enemy? And how does that go? Was there a moment like that for you on the ice with him in either one of the two games where it's like, yeah, I see you?
Yeah, I mean, that didn't really come until like the end when the handshakes go through. I mean, I don't really say too much on the ice until I get really angry, but It doesn't happen very often. So usually if it's in a game and someone I played with or that's on another team now, it's usually just I'll talk to you, but it's not till the end of the game.
You guys faced the Prowlers 8 times. You guys beat them 7 of the 8 times. There were 9 fights in the 8 games that were played, mostly combined into about 2 or 3 games where most of the fights were. You dropped the gloves twice. I think Jacob Shankar dropped the gloves twice, and then there were like 5 other guys for the Black Bears that dropped the gloves. And I know that that's something that Prowlers love. They love that kind of hockey. They love to be able to be that kind of physical and whatnot. Do you think, because we all know, you and I have been watching pro hockey for a long time. We've seen what the playoffs are like. Sometimes it can get physical. Sometimes fights can happen. Do you think that we'll see some of the ugliness that we've seen in some of the games between the Prowlers and the Black Bears? Do you think we'll see that in the playoffs, or do you think it'll be more tight defense and some physical play, but maybe not get to the point of a lot of fisticuffs?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. See coming this Thursday, but I'm sure they'll try and pull some stuff. But I think mostly like just for us staying to like our game plan and just going out there and playing hard, playing physical, but playing in between the whistles and just kind of letting our work ethic and everything do the talking.
You guys are obviously traveling out on Wednesday to go to Port Huron. What's the bus rides like for you? What does Jesse Anderson do on the bus rides? Do you play cards with the guys? Do you work on sometimes, work? Because I do know that you have basically a day job that you do when you're playing hockey as well. So what's the bus ride like for you when you go out there?
Yeah. So like most of the time I'm usually working and trying to play cards with the guys, trying to do a quick balance between the two. I mean, should probably be working a little bit more, but it's kind of tough on a bus.
Yep.
So I do what I can, and then it's always good to have some card games in there with the guys, just kind of hang out, keep everybody a little loose before we gotta really lock in.
You have an A on your jersey, and the leadership group has been always, I think, one of the most important things that people maybe overlook when it comes to looking at the Black Bears. Tyson has been the captain for a few years now, and I think some of the leadership group, and again, even guys without letters on their chest, there's a lot of leaders on this team. Even some of the young guys that come in, they had C's or A's on jerseys in college or in juniors. Is it easy to be a leader on this team, knowing that everybody's kind of played a role in being a leadership member, either with this team or even previous teams before they got here?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got the common goal and we all know what we're striving for. So, it makes it pretty easy. Like, I'm not the most vocal person in the locker room per se.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just, when stuff needs to be done, that's when I step up. If it has to be like, a fight or something or whatever it is, just kind of being there to support my teammates. So,
you obviously, I've always said on this show, and I said it a few times this year, when Jesse Anderson's out on the ice, quiet guy, does his business, does his thing, but if you piss him off, he becomes like a louder, more angry person. It's almost like an Incredible Hulk type of thing. Do you notice that as well, that when you're out on the ice, you kind of mind your own business and you do your own thing, but then when you see something that's wronged one of your teammates, you kind of like almost, it's like, all right, I'm ready, let's go, drop the gloves and go?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I just try and play a physical game, strong game, defend and make sure we're getting the puck up to our forwards. But you got to protect your teammates, especially goalies, our forwards, some of the guys that are putting the puck in the back of the net. Like, you don't want to see them just getting slashed or punched in the face. So there's some times where it's like, yeah, if you're gonna push me over the edge, then let's go. Might as well. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you. So.
And you have no problem with that. You seem to be, not that you do it often, but when you do it, it's like there is, I don't want to say a switch, and I don't want to say like you just, it's almost immediate. It's like, yep, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's finding that, I guess you could say dog mentality, just being ready to go at any point. I mean, I've done it now for 4 years playing in professional hockey, so it's kind of just, you got to know when the time is right, when it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
At any point in the time, if it's to do with protecting one of my teammates, that's pretty much automatic.
A lot of your teammates, probably in the last 12 months, have had big milestones. Tyson got married. I think Dakota, being a former teammate, he and Courtney obviously had their baby. Other engagements. You also got engaged as well. You guys are obviously, you're 29, right? You just turned 29 just a couple months ago and whatnot.
Yep.
life doesn't halt, right? Like girlfriends and wives and everybody kind of wants to move on with life a little bit. How important is it to celebrate those moments in life? Like when you asked your fiance to get married, those type of things. How important is that to balance out the whole hockey life?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably I'd say the most special time of my life, being able to ask my best friend to, be with me for the rest of her life. And, it's like hockey's been there with me since, 3 years old, but
yeah,
eventually it's going to end. And now having her by my side for the rest of my life, it's like, well, at least I can look forward to enjoying it. And, hockey might not always be there in the form that it was, but, I still have her, and she slowly learned hockey because of me and enjoys it. And, she'll be watching the Sabres tonight. So,
oh boy,
it's always a good thing.
Are you guys excited about the Sabres tonight? I mean, just about the Sabres, just in general this year. It feels like,
I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, they haven't been in the playoffs in 14 seasons. I think.
Yes.
If they wouldn't have made it this year, it would have been 15.
Yeah.
So 14 seasons is a long time. I mean, I'm a Leafs fan, so I mean, I don't want to see Buffalo do great, but at the same point, it's like, it'd be great for them. It's been a struggle. Who knows who's actually going to win the whole thing? I don't know. I'd like to see, maybe Crosby hoist it one more time.
Really?
Is that going to happen? Probably not, but.
Well, my Rangers are out, so me and Emerson Emery are in the pity party family, probably in the Black Bears.
And Steph. Don't forget about Steph.
Yes, I know. Steph. I always forget that Steph is technically a Rangers fan. It's been hard to be a Rangers fan the last couple of years. I'll be honest with you. We looked good 3 years ago, and it's completely reversed to really bad. I mean, so bad that our goalie had to get in a fight this year. I mean, come on. Really? He had to get in a fight this year? I don't think I ever saw King Henrik ever get in a fight. But, Jesse, one of the great things about where you guys play in Binghamton, New York, is the fans. And the fans, you guys even have fans that have traveled out to Topeka to see you guys play. Could you put into words how amazing of a minor league hockey city Binghamton, New York has been for you guys? Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of hard to describe like how great our fans are. They show up every night at our home barn, usually around 3,000 strong minimum. So, and then now you see all these fans coming on the road. Like, we're showing up and we're getting anywhere from 100 fans to sometimes 250 fans, depending on where we're going. So it's a crazy thing. It's great. We love it. It's nice having that little fan section, especially if we need a little pick me up sometimes. So yeah, I can't say anything else about our fans. I'd say probably the greatest in single A professional hockey.
Well, I've been saying for a long time, seeing that they went from the AHL to single A hockey, from triple A to single A, and then actually, the attendance went up. I say it's because a lot of part of it is because you guys go out there, you sign the autographs, you take the pictures, you hang out with the kids who are absolutely in love with all of you guys. And I'm sure that as some moments it's probably tiring and whatnot, but you guys continued to do it. And I think that's the reason why it's become so big and why last year, 5,013 fans, the most ever in Binghamton has ever been in an arena, watched you guys raise the cup. And I got to imagine at some point you guys kind of turned and looked and said, I mean, Kyle Steffen said to me at one point, playing in Binghamton's like making that you guys feel like you're playing in the NHL. That's the kind of feeling that he gets. Is that what you, when there's a sold out crowd, is that kind of what you feel like as well? It's like, wow, can it get really better than this?
Yeah, I mean, I think he said it pretty well. I mean, you look out every game day that we're out there on our home ice and, we're pretty much sold out, if not sold out. And it's just like, well, can you get any better than this? Like, I know there's some AHL teams that can't even, fill half capacity on a regular basis. So, yeah, I would say like They do. They make it feel like it's our little NHL, which is great. So.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's get this one last question out of the way. For you guys, you've played them 8 times. What is the scouting report going into Thursday?
I think just kind of playing our game, our systems that we have against them. You know, we've done everything right in 7 of those 8 games. So I think just sticking to what Coach Sherwood and Coach Q have for us, and just essentially playing hard for 60 minutes is what we need to do. Like sticking to what we know. I don't want to give out too much.
No,
so
absolutely.
I don't know if anybody else I doubt they're listening, but you never know. So
hey, listen. Every team has somebody listening to the Power Play Post Show. Come on, Jesse, give me a little bit more credit than that.
That is true. I don't know what their fans do and how they interact with their fans, but I'm sure they definitely have some of them. Some of them listening to you for sure. So
it's very possible. Listen, and I would never try to purposely give anything away. And I appreciate, my relationship with the team. You guys, again, you've been on at least once every, for the past 3 years here on the show. And I've had such a great relationship with you guys. You guys have made it easy to be able to come back and do a show like this where I can talk to you guys and also just talk about the team and the games and everything that Taylor and I have done. So, for me to you guys, thank you very much, because you guys have made it really super easy. And one of the best things that Coach Sherwood has done when he recruited a lot of you guys and bringing you guys into the fold is some of you guys are so articulate. It's so easy to talk to you guys and have you on the show because you guys just, I ask a question and you can easily just kind of go through and give a great answer. So I appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you. I mean, you definitely give a lot of coverage for fans and family members that might not be in town all the time or might not be able to talk to us about it all the time. So we definitely thank you for that.
Yeah, Jesse, good luck, obviously, Thursday and Saturday. Let's end it in Saturday so we can all have Sunday off and just watch some playoff hockey in the NHL. Sound good?
Yeah, that's the plan, but I never get too far. I'm just going to look forward to Thursday and being ready to go.
Fair enough. He is Jesse Anderson from the Binghamton Black Bears, defenseman, and we'll be right back right after this, right here on the Power Play Post Show.
Thanks for listening to this edition of the Power Play Post Show. Be sure to tune in next week to the Box Studios Radio Network for all the latest Black Bears news and interviews from around minor league hockey. The Power Play Post Show would like to thank John Patitucci for all the music you hear on the show. You've been listening to the Power Play Post Show.